Violet here from Studio 6. Welcome to our Acting Basics. This week we're talking about vulnerability, which can sound scary. It can sound almost as if you're putting yourself in harm's way. What we mean when we say vulnerability is an openness. If you see a performance and you really connect with that character, there's a sense of empathy that you have for that person. And what we say about that actor is, wow, they were really vulnerable. We mean they were open to receiving what their scene partner was providing for them. They were open to experiencing what was happening for the character, and they were open to sharing that experience with the audience. And that ultimately is our job as actors, to fully explore this character's journey and to share that experience with the audience. Now, this can be a challenging one to do at home by yourself, so I'm going to give you two ways that we can explore vulnerability and opening ourselves up. One by yourself, and then one if you have a partner. We're talking about vulnerability being something that opens you up and being honest. We are also building on our previous 2 lessons, and you'll see this resonate in our next 4 lessons as well. Let's begin to explore vulnerability. Place 2 chairs facing each other. Sit in one, looking toward the empty chair, your scene partner. Say the first sentence of your monologue. Wait until you recognize a response within yourself. Then repeat that sentence, allowing for improvised lines that reflect your understanding of the text. Then say the next sentence, and so forth and so on. When you notice a shift in the thought, stand, move to the empty chair, sit in that new chair, and then say the sentence that begins that new thought. Continue in this manner until you've made it all the way through the monologue. Sometimes I get so mad. It doesn't even matter what it is. It could be anything that's happening. I just get so mad. It's like this anger that just boils up inside of me. I mean, it's hot and it's like bubbles. And my skin starts to itch so bad with fury, I want to scratch it off. I mean, literally, it itches. It's like chicken pox or something. Like, it burns, the burning from inside, the boiling, it goes all the way to my skin. And then it's as if my limbs don't belong to me, and all that's inside my head is black. Black like darkness, black like night, black like the absence of everything. Or is it red? Red like fire, red like boiling lava from a volcano, red. Red like anger. I can never remember. See, when I said things go black or red, I mean, it is like a darkness. It's like an absence. It's like I disappear totally. I don't remember. It's like a blackout. So the next step for this is to returning to just the text, still moving back and forth between the chairs on the thought changes. Sometimes I get so mad. It's like this anger just boils up inside of me. And my skin starts to itch so bad with fury, I just want to scratch it off. And then it's as if my limbs don't even belong to me at all. All that's inside my head is black. Or is it red? I can never remember. The last step in this exercise would be to go through just the text, just the words in the monologue. Stationary, still letting all of that previous work live within you, so being open and vulnerable. Sometimes I get so mad. It's like this anger that just boils up inside of me, and my skin starts to itch so bad I just want to rip it off. And it's like all of my limbs don't belong to me, and all the stuff in my head just goes black. Or maybe it's red. I don't remember.
The Meisner technique is a really great way to open you up and find vulnerability with a partner. So if you have a friend that you can work with, grab 2 chairs, sit facing each other. You want to be a distance so that about your knees are touching. You want your feet to be flat on the floor and to sit comfortably in the chair so you can engage with your partner. We're going to have a partner A and partner B. This first simple exercise works like this. Partner A will look away. When partner B says go, partner A looks to partner B and states the very first thing that they notice about their partner's physicality. So it could be black shirt. And then partner B repeats. And we repeat back and forth what we hear, not how we hear it, but the actual words we hear, allowing for change in the phrasing that might come from how we jumble the words up or such. So we'll give it a try.
Go.
Brown eyes.
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 Good. So you'll notice that we also allowed for some playfulness in there. When we were enjoying the activity, you saw smiling, some giggling a little bit. You can also move into your partner or away from your partner. So you're opening up yourself and your partner to whatever reactions occur. The next step you can do with this exercise is to take the statement and make it true. So we're going to turn this into a sentence. I might say, you are wearing a black t-shirt. And then Rich would say, I am wearing a black t-shirt, so that it's truthful to him. Shall we give that a go?
Yes.
Go.
You have a gray scarf.
I have a gray scarf.
You have a gray scarf.
I have a gray scarf.
You have a gray scarf.
I have a gray scarf.
You have a gray scarf.
I have a gray scarf.
You have a gray scarf.
I have a gray scarf.
You have a gray scarf.
I have a gray scarf.
You have a gray scarf.
I have a gray
You
scarf.
have a gray scarf.
I have a gray scarf.
You have a gray scarf.
I have a gray scarf.
You have a gray scarf.
I have a gray scarf.
You have a gray scarf.
I have a gray scarf.
You have a gray
I
scarf.
have a gray scarf.
You have a gray scarf.
I have a gray scarf.
You have a gray scarf.
I have a gray scarf.
You have a gray scarf.
I have a gray scarf.
You have a gray scarf.
I have a gray scarf.
You have a gray scarf.
Good. So you can allow this to evolve as long as you're repeating what you hear, not how you hear it. But notice how you interact with each other. There might be movement in there. There might be some playfulness in there that happens. And notice what kind of mirroring you might end up doing with each other physically also. Rich, how did this exercise feel for you in terms of openness and vulnerability?
Felt like, is this the right thing? Is this not? Eyebrows, or are you wearing eyebrows? Do you have eyebrows on, or do you browse in a store? So that's the things that come up in the head is different.
So that's a great point. It can also bring up some what we call subtext, those internal thoughts that happen beneath what you're actually saying. So this can reveal some of that as well.
Being vulnerable isn't scary at all. You won't get hurt. In fact, you'll enjoy yourself more. Being vulnerable is about being open to what is being offered to you, accepting that and allowing it to affect you, and then allowing yourself to be open enough to share that experience with other people. As you go through the week, see if you can allow yourself to be more open with others. Can you draw from lesson 1 and be with people, making eye contact with them? Can you draw from lesson 2 and actively listen with your whole body to what's going on? Can you allow for that response to be shared with others? Can you allow for yourself to be vulnerable? When it's personal, it can be a little bit more intimidating, but you'll find that you may be more balanced in your daily life when you open yourself up and be vulnerable with others. You're still able to frame your response in a respectful manner, but can you not squash your response completely? Can you remain open in your daily life as well? Remember, vulnerability does not equal weakness. In fact, it takes the strongest people to be open and vulnerable. Enjoy being vulnerable this week.